Hello, Quotables listeners, and welcome to another week of our podcast. Thanks for joining us. Of course, I'm Lex, and I am joined by my friend. How you doing, Ernie?
I'm doing well, dude, but I'm going to spare you all the horny details.
All right. No, I don't want to be spared.
Oh, dude, I'm bad, but honestly, doing really well, dude. I'm excited for this movie. Honestly, the more I thought about it, I think I was a little bit reluctant. I was telling you, I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna deep dive this movie because it's one of those like just don't know what to say, kind of. But then now the more we
tiptoeing,
now the more we've talked about it a little bit, I've got a little bit more excited. So I'm ready for it.
A little warm up. Of course, that movie we are referring to is to the ever so popular 1978 film Grease, full on musical. Full on high school musical, full on horny boys,
full on old men, old women impersonating high school kids.
This movie has got it all, and I think I can say like most of us, we've all probably seen this movie from like a parent, like when we were young. Like a lot of people, and it's weird because like I was talking to Daisy, and she was saying that her school was doing like dances to some of these songs. Like they literally dedicated a dance.
That's cool.
And it's funny that we talk about this because we're going to discuss it because the details in some of these songs in this movie are not so very PG.
Yeah, that's that's crazy. I didn't even have that. I think in my high school, we ended up making one of the, my middle school, the lunch area, they made it all like 60s and like that kind of like, vibe.
And Ernie was like, the little
dance. Yeah. No, but I thought that was really cool, but I never had a play of it or anything cool like that. That'd be
there's
sweet.
just been so many adaptions, and I'll go into some that I know.
No, definitely. I want to ask you this question. So who's the one that got you into Grease?
It was definitely my mom. Yeah, and they would always say, so Frenchie, they'd always say my aunt looks like her. And then that's when we would always watch the movie, like, oh, it's our tia.
Yeah, that's cute. I like that.
So it's pretty funny. What about you?
It was my aunt, and she's primarily just a Spanish speaker, doesn't really know much English, but for some reason she just had this really big crush.
And she liked this movie.
she had a big crush on John Travolta. So when I was a kid, we would watch like Cowboy's Way, I think it was called, or Urban Cowboy, I forget the movie. And I was John Travolta. We saw Grease. We would see Saturday Night Fever, and I would always see John Travolta movies. And
you saw Hairspray.
Another one of his classics.
Let me just say, our parents or relatives or whoever was showing us this film had no business showing us this film.
Yeah.
Because this is watching it now, and I remember seeing it before too, but thinking the same thing. Watching it again, taking notes, analyzing. This movie's crazy.
It definitely is. It's one of those that we were talking about this. I was like, it's one of those movies that like it didn't age well. You know what I mean? And you can genuinely tell.
It kind of did it.
I mean, with the music and stuff like that, but overall, like the little story and the way the characters are, I can see people like, let's hope they don't get to it. But I feel like people can probably try to cancel this movie if they wanted to.
Well, but also you think about there's been adaptions, adaptions of this. Like recently there was one they did a live show. Oh yeah,
that was pretty cool.
And I didn't watch it, but I'm 100% they definitely made it, our era appropriate.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Because there's no way that would fly now. Also, may I add, this is our 50th episode of Quotables, and why we chose this movie is because the high school kids look 50 years old. Just kidding. No, but I mean, I just felt like this was a movie that a lot of people know, a lot of people love, and I think it was a good one to pick for our.
No, 50th. Yeah, I think we were kind of going between like 3 movies and 3 possibilities, and we ended up deciding on this one. It's crazy we've gotten this far. First of all,
Ernie wanted Showgirls.
First of all, thank you for staying with us, Lex. I know you're a big career man, and. Now he's
shut up. Well, you just had a baby.
It's crazy. And so there's a lot of things going on, but we stuck to it, which was pretty cool. We missed as much as we could. When we didn't want to, but we did. But we're here now, and it's freaking wild. Like what a milestone, honestly. Some people quit, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
no, it's hard to meet up weekly with, especially Ernie.
Whatever.
Now we've had a good run. So as I say, this is our final episode.
And with that being said, Quotables is over.
Good night. You can go back to your lives. I'm just kidding. So let's start this movie. I mean, we're gonna get all nostalgic, start crying here. Let's talk about it. So first of all, the music. Do you love this music? Or I mean, like I think I mentioned to you, you can't help but just kind of like, or sing a word or two because we just know. Oh, if you didn't see me, I was shaking my head like the music.
I know, like that's not for the audio listeners. Tilt. I should have said no, but dude, definitely one of the more popular like musicals I've seen in a very long time. I mean, obviously we got like The Greatest Showman is a great one too, but like this is a classic, and it's like I said it stood the test of time where like even now you can enjoy it. Obviously it aged poorly with, like I said, like, sexual stuff, it's kind of bad, but overall,
we'll talk about it.
We'll get into it, but yeah, the music is on par with a lot of the great musicals out there. I was telling you this, one of the Bee Gees guy, Barry Gibb, he wrote the song Grease, and then he gave it to Frankie Valli, and he's the one that sang the song, which I thought was a pretty cool little side note.
Oh, very cool.
Barry Gibb is a Bee Gee. I don't know if I said that.
Yes. So the movie starts off with or somehow they got a clip of me and Ernie at the beach. I was kidding. Yeah, but it's all cute. Danny and Sandy. We don't really know who these characters are yet. We're just like introduced. It's all like super cute, and they're loving it. They're in love.
Summer loving is what they're saying.
And then he's trying to kiss because he's still a horn dog, and she's like, it's not spoiling it, Sandy. It's only making it better. And she's like, he's of course not. It's only the beginning.
It's only the beginning. John Travolta. Yeah, of course.
And I love the intro. It's all gets you hype. It's got little cartoons, and I think it's just so funny when they look into the mirror, like their faces look.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
they make what's her face? Oh my god, Rizzo. They make her look really bad.
I was like, damn, what happened there? Because I like Rizzo. She's one of my faves. So after that intro to the cartoon, we get the T-Birds, dude, the Three Stooges, if you will, and they do a lot of slapstick, and they do a lot of that stuff. Shout out to the Three Stooges fans. They couldn't get them all three for the movie. And then Ernie's favorite character, Kaniki. You like
I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of a lot of these guys, but
it's because I say that because before I mentioned to you about the scorpion guy with the scarred up face. Oh yeah,
I thought that was
I'm like that. Oh damn! I'm like
no. But I'm not a big fan of Kaneki. He's just one of those characters. Like a lot of these characters, if I may add, they're very off-putting. They're douches. They're high school kid. Well, I mean they are high school.
They're like the bad boy high school.
Exactly,
kids.
And I think they kind of oversell it. I mean, obviously we weren't born in this time, but like this is what like a lot of movies and TV shows kind of always portray characters as like there's like these cool popular
kids. It was like that.
Most likely. And then like the cool pretty girls, and it's like there's like these cliques and stuff like that.
The nerds, the jocks.
Yeah, exactly.
They're all separated into a little, which is kind of holds still true, but like it's not as extreme.
Well, now it's like it's kind of like turned its head upside down because now like the geeks are the cool kids, right? And like it's
exactly. And I only remember in high school breaking into dance like once.
I remember when I first met you. I'm just kidding. No, I think I'm just messing around. I thought you know I was going to, but I saw your face and I was like, I wonder if he's gonna know what I'm talking about. No, but
they're all talking now. So so the T-Birds, which is I think it's Putz, Dottie, and Sonny, they like idolize Kaneki and Danny Zuko. Like they're like. Because they're the leaders, and then I mean with Danny, it's then Danny and Kaneki are always kind of like seems like they're fighting for the title, but not really.
It's kind of like a brotherly kind of like arguing.
Yeah. Well, remember they're he's like, hey, there's Danny, and he goes. He turns around all sweet.
And these guys have sweet like gelled like sides right here, dude.
And they're always combing their hair. And what about the way he walks? He's all. They can't see him. He's just totally just moving every part of his limbs as he's moving.
He's grooving, dude, is what it is. You know what I mean?
And he's talking. Of course, he's talking to some ladies. Everybody's obsessed with Danny at the school. like, oh, you guys saw Danny this year? Oh, he's looking good. You know, they didn't talk about anybody else.
He's all, you saw Danny in his tight ass jeans. He was looking real good.
and then like, they're asking about his summer, and he's sitting at the beach, and they're all horny. Like, they're like, oh, tell us what you did. And like, Sonny's like, oh, you mean she puts out?
Yeah,
you know? And he's like, oh, come on, Sonny. Is that all you ever think about? He's like, freaking egg. And let me say, Sonny is the oldest looking one
out of all of them.
trio.
That definitely, yeah, I agree with that.
But I like the little. They're funny. The little T.
No, yeah, I mean they're
a lot cooler than Grease too.
No, I mean, like I said, like the characters are very off-putting. Like you really don't like them, but they do serve a purpose throughout the film. Like these are like the friends that are like kind of like putting Danny in this spot. Like obviously it kind of seems like Danny is fighting himself in a way because he wants to be like the good guy for Sandy, but then he tries to be the cool guy.
He's maturing.
Exactly. Yeah.
He's maturing.
So like you can see that like kind of struggle like in high school ways.
Yeah. It is their senior year, you know, that they're the kings now, which we get our intro to Frenchie and Sandy with the pink ladies, and I love the pink ladies. They're all, you know what I'm talking about. And then you know, Rizzo's kind of like the little gang leader of them. She's like, we're gonna rule the school. And I remember feeling like that when you go into senior year.
Yeah.
Like, you're just like, you made it to the top. You're like, dude, heck yeah, like we're the shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I didn't feel
sad.
that, but that's cool.
That's true. Yeah,
I was kind of a
whack.
lame-o. I'm just kidding now.
Yeah, and then imagine if the schools were like this, like when we went, like just
going into
like,
dance kind of thing.
It's that, and just like even before when those ladies are making their announcement, the little ding, 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 like the whole like it's like a crazy. Kids are getting pushed. Everyone's like that, and then as soon as the bell rings, everyone's just in class. Like it's just like intense.
Yeah, dude. Different times, right? But then again, this is all like. This is someone's like, you know, obviously they went to school around this time and this is their representation of what they remembered school was like. But like I don't know, it's funny because like I think they make fun of this a lot, but like what school like just kind of breaks out in dance. And I was like, I've always been like one of those things where I'm like, damn, that would be really cool. And I remember that there was a time where you remember when flash mobbing was a cool thing.
I don't remember it being cool.
Yeah, I mean, it was not cool, but it was like a big thing for a while, and everyone thought it was cool. Yeah. And they're like, "Oh my god, they're doing it!"
It looked cool more than it probably was.
Yeah,
cool.
so that's the only time that us in our lives, like as young adults, I guess, we kind of got something like that. I never got to see it live, but it was pretty neat. That
I actually saw it once. Like,
did you join it?
I was like, damn, I was like. No, I was like watching from above.
It would have been sweet if like you were with me and then you just look at me and you go away.
All of a sudden, we just both go into the dance. We're like all just in sync, like we had no idea. I read this line wrong because Dottie. He's like, "Oh man, every teacher I got this year has flunked me at least once," and I thought it said something else instead of flunked. But then they're all acting tough, and then that lady comes out and she's like, "Have you been a good boy this year?" And he's like, "Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm not."
Yeah, they're just kind of like,
but they're not as cool as that. But then we get Sandy, get introduced to the Pink Ladies, and they're all having their little lunch, and then we at the Pink Ladies it's Frenchie, Rizzo, Jan, and I forget it a lot. The girl's name,
isn't it?
Marty. Yeah, Marty. So that's their little group. They're all sweet. I wonder how you get in that little group.
You'd have to be in love with Danny Zuko, I believe.
She's like, "Do these glasses make me look smart?" So now you can still see your face.
I forgot about that. Oh my god, such a sweet little liners in this movie.
Yeah, and then you get like and like you're saying about the cliques. You get that one preppy cheerleader that comes. She's trying to be super nice, but they like hate it because she's so nice. Yeah. And she's like, "Isn't that the most?" It's like,
they're trying to make fun of her, right?
That word kind of came back. The most. You're being the most. Right?
I've never heard. That's crazy, really.
Right? No.
If it isn't, I would love to use it. That just sounds sweet.
Ain't that the most?
Ain't that the truth?
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just lived in this movie.
Grease is the word.
We got the girls, and then we got the boys. Then Sonny's like, "Hey, Nick, you want a piece of salami?" And they're like, "Her jugs were bigger than her nets." I don't know. They're just horny little guys, like just talking like this. And one of the guys looking at the chick's dress, he's like, "You're a sick man, Putz." And that's when they start talking to Danny, and then we break into song. the first song, "Some 11," which I say is a karaoke song for a lot of people. It's a great song.
It is a great song, and not a karaoke song for me. I don't know it word for word, but it's one of those that I like to hear, and I try to sing it, but I don't know. I only know the beginning. And let me just get it for you here. I'm just kidding.
You're just the part. You just do the one that goes, "Tell me more, tell me more." But it's like this song is very sexual because the boys and the girls are very different. You know, Sandy is like trying to she's like, oh, she had a great she was in love. It was beautiful. It's true love. And then Danny, he's trying to impress his boys, and he's like, he says like something. He's like, "We made out under the dock," and he's like doing curves and he's like humping. And then Kaniki, which this line doesn't sit right with me because he goes, "Did she put up a fight?" And like, what is he implying?
He's like, did he try to fucking rape her, dude?
Yeah, exactly, pretty much. And it's weird. And even the girls too, they're like, "Did you get very far?" And then one girl's like, "Did he have a car?" Yeah. Like, but it's.
No, I'm glad that you talked about the differences between the girls and the guys. That they definitely kind of want different things, but this is what you think. But then as the movie progresses, you start to realize that the girls are just as horny as the guys.
It's just Sandy. It's just Sandy because when that song's going on, Rizzo is all like annoyed. Like she's like, no, like she's even telling him like, she's like, "Oh, I met this true love," and she's like, "Where'd you find him?" Like, I don't know. She said some stupid thing.
I think she doesn't believe it because at this point during her high school life, the only guys she's dated is Danny Zuko and what's a Kaneki, right? So she's got and then they're both kind of like douchebags.
But she's known as the skank.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So she's puts out to them.
Yeah, exactly. It's mentioned that Rizzo and Danny had a little thing. They know he's a player, and they're always combing their hair. I don't know. They do the all sweet. This movie also I didn't realize how fast it cuts. It's because it's okay, it's first day of school, lunch. Then they're at a pep rally. Sandy's already a cheerleader. They're having their football game, ready to go. But I love Coach Calhoun. He's like, "Who's the best? We're gonna yank him and rip him up and roll him up and slaughter him." He's sweet.
Yeah, he's a sweet.
Then we got the horny player. He's hitting on Sandy like the typical lead quarterback, probably. Yeah. I want to assume. He kind of looks like the main dude in the second one, but I was just I looked it up. Like, oh, is that him?
I haven't seen the second one in a long time, dude.
Oh yeah.
I know the only thing I remember is Frenchie was in it.
It's funny because a lot of people hate on the second one, but I actually enjoyed it. It wasn't the worst. So obviously it wasn't Grease, but
I don't remember if it was any good, to be honest with you.
It was decent. You got Michelle Pfeiffer. I mean, come on.
Oh my God, I don't even remember. That's crazy.
And they're all, "We're gonna bowl tonight."
That's a sweet little dance. Dang, this guy's gonna break out and dance in the song. I like this.
I'm telling you,
dude. I think what's coming up, we get that scene, and it's funny because we're quotables. We quote a lot. One of the quotes that my eldest brother, Angel, he always used to tell me, "You're cruising for a bruising," all the time, and I never understood where he would got that from. Until I started watching this movie as a kid. Yeah, he would always tell me that, dude.
Yeah, he says it because he pulls up with a junky car. Like, "What a piece of junk!" And then they see the scorpions. And they're like, "What are the scorpions doing here?" And Kaniki's like, "You think they want to rumble?" And then for some reason, Sony has a water gun. He's like, I don't know. It's interesting. But they're talking, they're walking, and they're talking about a car. And then I think it's Sonny. He's like, "The girl will have to put out before she puts in." You know what I mean? And then that's when Danny and Sandy see each other, and he's like, "Sandy," that
was pretty good.
Sandy. Oh no, come on, Sandy. But he's trying to be cool with his boys because he starts talking to her all sweet. And then then Kaniki's all close to him,
he doesn't believe that's how he's being. Yeah,
you're supposed to treat her like trash, pretty much. Why are you treating her good? And he's like, "Oh, he'll rocking and rolling." He's like, "That's my name. Don't wear it out." Huh?
He started starts to kind of walk away from her, right?
Mm-hmm. He's like, "What's the matter with you, Danny?" He's like, "What's the matter with you, baby? What's the matter with me?" I don't know. It's weird. And then I don't like what Frenchie says next to Sandy. She's like, "Only a man can depend. She's the only man a girl can depend on is her daddy, which is very not true. And a lot of people will probably tell you that. Girl and guy. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Like I said, it wouldn't hold up well. But I mean, I know back in those times, it was very like normal to have like the sweet family life. You know, the mom cooks, stays at home.
The American dream, basically.
Exactly. Not no more. Anyway, but then we get the sweet sleepover, dude. I know that's one of your favorite parts.
Definitely is, and I actually was going to ask you if you would like to recreate it, but you know,
I say, look at me, I'm Ernie.
You know, dude, you're so right about this movie. It's not very long. It's like what, an hour and
it's like an hour and 50.
Yeah,
it's pretty long.
It doesn't seem that long. Like
it doesn't
because
feel
like
long,
every scene that happens is like happening really freaking fast. Like literally, we just started the movie and now we're at the freaking.
It's already jumped.
Yeah.
You're probably like mid-semester.
Yeah, and it's crazy because this is, well, I mean, I love this part of the movie when the sleepover happens. Well, just because of the song. The song is like one of my favorites.
I heard you like the girl that goes brush up. I don't know why they make her just.
She's just a weird. She's the weird one of the group. Yeah,
she's definitely the weird one. And then Rizzo's like ring a dang dang, and like they want to pierce Sandy's nose. You know, they have alcohol. They're trying to get her to smoke. They're peer pressure.
Yeah.
You know, because she's the good old, you know, this Australian, goody. And they're trying to like push her to the end. And then Frenchie's like, don't worry, I want to be in beauty school soon. I want to, put your ear in or like plug your ear. Doesn't work out. And then all of a sudden, Sandy's in the restroom, but then they have that little song. Rizzo puts on a wig and she's like, look at me, I'm Sandra Day. I like this song.
Yeah, it's a sweet little
song.
One
of my favorites. She's like, won't go to bed unless I'm legally wed. But my favorite line is she's like, get your filthy balls off my silky draw. I tend to say that a lot.
That's a good one.
But yeah, they're basically just talking crap on Sandy for being a goody two shoes.
Yeah, but they just so this is the middle of the semester.
But they just met her though? Yeah,
they didn't just meet her. Okay,
they have to know her now
for a while because it seems like I said, like everything happens so freaking fast.
Well, even at 1.2. Frenchie asked, you think she could be in the Pink Ladies? But like, I mean, I don't know at this point if she is already in it.
Some part of me thinks that, and I'm sorry, I just wanted a little deep dive here. Some part of me thinks that the Pink Ladies or some of the Pink Ladies were trying to like obviously convert her to be one of them. And I think the reasoning behind, what's her face, Rizzo not wanting her to be was because, she had a thing with Danny and obviously she still felt something for Danny. So she was always like trying to like negate the fact that, I don't want her to be part of this group. So she will talk smack about her.
I think too is her. I think Rizzo's story is she wants to be accepted.
I can see that.
Because like, I mean, why she's like, why is Danny so infatuated with this girl? Why wasn't he like that with me? I want Kanicki for that to do that to me, but he doesn't, and then he has to go to another guy. She's constantly trying to find someone
like approval in a sense. And you can definitely see that.
So, I mean, wow.
Wow. Great insight.
I'll comb my hair real quick. I know. Hey, what's the matter with you?
No, definitely. I feel like obviously we can, we might be wrong, but sometimes you can kind of see a little bit more into the characters as you study the film a little bit. But I mean, there's probably nothing, like nothing of that.
She's jealous of this.
Yeah, for sure there is a jealousy, and like you can, I think they're trying to, like you said, peer pressure her into being someone she's not. So maybe if she does become that, Danny Zuko will be like, I don't like her anymore. You know what I mean? But then again, I mean, well, at the end we'll get what happens, right?
Hey,
you're the one that I want,
Anyway, the boys pull up. Riz leaves, and then she's like, she gets in the car. So, what do you guys think this is? A gangbang?
That was weird, though. I'm sorry, I want to stop you there. I honestly was like, dude, they're gonna rape her if I didn't know any better.
Right? I mean, you can't trust those three guys. But it's revealed that one of them, they probably haven't even hit me with ladies because, like, Putz, remember, he's like, what does it feel like?
Yeah, he's like very intrigued by it. Yeah.
That's why they're so horny. So like the boys take off. Danny had taken off by then because he doesn't want to, like, he's all sad about Sandy, And then Sandy has her sweet little song, you know, she's all sad. And my favorite is that she sees his reflection in the water. And the whole time, like, she's looking at a river or a lake. It zooms out, it's an inflatable pool.
Yes.
I was like, what? I don't remember that. I really don't. I think I always skipped over that song.
Why?
I don't know. I wasn't a fan of it, but I listened to it today. I know it's your favorite.
I was about to freaking fight. I was about to cancel the podcast. That is a.
Well, I also skip over the one with Danny too at the end when he's all sad.
Yeah.
I used to.
Yeah, I used to skip the honestly, and I should have said this in the beginning. I used to skip the intro, the cartoon. Always skipped it. I didn't care for it, but for the podcast, I watched it. But yeah, dude, one of my favorite songs. Yeah, one of my favorite songs, dude. I always get this wrong, but I think it's called "Hopelessly Devoted to You."
I think so,
dude. Chef's kiss, as they say.
And
that's my karaoke song. That one I can definitely
you sing that. You sing that to me, but you see my reflection in the toilet.
That's a good one. When I flush it's all the head.
Little tears. I'm like,
sweet song.
So Kaneki and Rizzo are at Makeout Creek, which I can only assume that's what it's called.
Oh, I thought that was what it really was called. I was like, when did you get the name?
And probably because you know how they always are, right? Remember we were talking about that in Killer Clowns. He goes, but then they're getting into it. They're making out. And then she's like, they want to have sex. And he's like, my 25 cents insurance policy. and so this is the part where it's like, this is the part where I think like this is his first time. Because remember, he's like, I bought it when I was in the 7th grade, he says, because that's why it breaks. You don't catch that? You're Ernie.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I didn't even catch that. My apologies, but
yeah, he says that I bought it in 7th grade, so you can only assume
that's kind of gross because those things rip.
Either he's never used one when he did it, or he had never done it.
If I'm not mistaken, my little pigs and bacon here, I think around this time they were teaching sex education, and they would give you free condoms to practice safe sex, right? Or maybe I'm wrong.
I never got a
maybe
condom.
That's like in the 70s. No, this is the 70s, right? Or is this the 60s in the movie?
I'm pretty sure it's
the 70s, right?
Actually, oh no, it might be the 60s.
Yeah, because it looks very 60s like, right? You'd have to assume that the person who wrote the movie or did we didn't get into this, but you'd have to assume they went to school at a certain time, and it couldn't have been the 70s.
Yeah, the 70s more disco.
So,
well,
anyways, no, I didn't catch that, but I definitely.
But then either way, she says, "Screw it, like let's do it anyway," and then they start going. And then that guy comes and hits his car. He's like, "Hey!" And he's like, "I'll pay 75 cents to fix your car and for your girl." And she gets all mad.
That was so weird. Like you're supposed to guide. Really, you're supposed to guide his car.
But see,
that got super bad.
But here's another thing. He did it so fast. And remember, she thinks he's pregnant from him.
Oh, that's right.
So I mean, maybe he just went boop. He was already done.
Oh, that's right.
But it's so weird. It's like these guys are just banging like all in front of me. Like there's no hood. Like it's weird. Like I don't know. I don't think.
Are you sure? Are you sure? I was gonna say I got a car, got no top. I'll treat you right. No,
exactly.
You're so right about that. I don't know why I didn't catch that.
I don't know. I'm just thinking. It's
probably romantic because they're getting banged out in the stars. I don't know.
Oh, this one's all for all the lovers out there.
I thought you know what that song I thought you were gonna do. That's the up song. I don't know.
You're dumb. So now we get another scene, which is the Grease Lightning song, which is a cool song. That's a really good song. But another sexual song. And John Travolta, all of a sudden, he's Elvis. I don't know if he's like that was the point to mimic Elvis. He's like, and he goes, "The chicks will cream." He's like,
"Go Grease Lightning, go Grease." He's on the car.
Do you remember when he rubs like the cellophane on his junk too? Yeah. No, I read a fact about that. Apparently back in the day, like that was a way people thought to prevent sex, like using it like as a condom, as to put cellophane over them.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I read that, but then they told John Travolta not to do anything like referring to that, and he still did it. Anyway.
Yeah, that's and so weird. That's so crazy. I didn't know that.
And also, it was supposed to be Kaneki who sang that song.
Really? Oh, I mean, it makes sense for Kaneki to do it, but it's like John Travolta is like the main protagonist. Like I feel like he was
the star power, and then like that's what it was. Like that his star power is originally why they ended up doing it with him instead.
I feel like it would have been such a different song if Kaneki did it. I think it wouldn't have had the same.
But
resonance.
I mean, then again, they're just doing the Elvis voice.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
but it's just so sweet that John Travolta did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because he moves and grooves, baby.
And then like when he what you talking about, Sandy? you know talking about?
Oh, what are you talking about me? But it's a cool song. Let me tell you another little fun fact.
Oh, this guy's full of facts.
My brother
he did
and a couple of his friends did this song at the talent show. While
we're
in
talking about
elementary
Pudgy
school.
Pudge here.
And they I don't know how his friends or her mom was like always creative, and like she built like a little car looking like wood. And then like they were all greased up. And Nick was Danny Zooks, and the other guys are in the back. They're like, and he's like, they're just lip singing it. Obviously.
Oh no! I thought he would have done it live. That would have been even sweeter.
And all the other ladies were like, "Thank you, Cream."
No way, dude. That's crazy.
I swear. And that's another, that's the thing. It's just like, dude, a lot of people were doing this.
Yeah.
And it's like,
it's funny.
And shame on these parents.
I mean, yeah, that's so true. But then again, like, now we're a little bit more aware of things like that. Like back in the day, like you can catcall women. Now you can't do that at all. What catcalling is, right? You can whistle at a girl and be like, "Hey, what's up, baby?" or whatever.
Yeah, you go.
No, but like you were able to do a bunch of like these things, but now it's all frowned upon. It looks like you're being rapey, right?
Which should always
look like that, but it didn't back then. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
no, that's weird.
That's crazy. That going back to the Pudgy Pudge here, your brother. Dude, I want to see the footage. I hope that you find it and we can put it in the end of this cast.
iPhone -3. Anyway, so we continue. We go to this little parlor, and Rizzo's kind of upset. And Danny sees what's her name, Sandy, with that other dude, and he's trying to still get her back. And she reluctantly comes back to him a little bit, and then like Riz is being weird, and he's like, "Bite the weenie, Riz." And she's like, "With a relish." And then like they get in, all the boys are talking. And then, Kaneki's all, screw that chick. And then I think it's Sonny or one of them. He's all, chicks are only good for one thing. They're all, yeah, what else do you do with them for 23 hours and 45 minutes? They're all, and then when that Putz guy's like, it only takes 15 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, and they start laughing, but it's like, so like, what? Like, it's, anyway, how we feel.
Yeah,
about
definitely. It's funny. I don't think I've ever had friends, or all my friends that I have never talked about girls like that. Like, oh, I just want to, you know what I mean? It's like,
I know. I just want to cream.
I'll make them cream.
Anyway,
cream. All right, go for it. Sorry, that's the last one.
So Danny, he joins like gym trash, trying to find what he's good at, just to impress Sandy, which works at the end. But it's funny, he plays basketball, and they all start trying to get at him, and he starts fighting him.
He starts swinging it.
The way he does it too, even with he grabs the umpire's master base. I was like, it's so dumb. And and then but then at the track it works.
Yeah.
She ends up going to love him. Like, so it's weird, like, because it seems so they started at that little parlor. Then he does his whole little sports shindig, and they go back to that parlor where everyone's there partying. Like that's like it feels like it's the same day,
but it's not the same day.
Yeah,
it's cut so weird.
And that's the spot. Apparently, that's the spot to go, because that place was popping. It was nighttime, like before when they were there. It was. I
mean, it was
night.
It was chilling, but they still had people. You know what I mean? But now it's popping.
It was busier at night.
Okay, let me tell you a little side story, dude. Are you ready for this?
Of course.
So when I was in high school, me and my wife, girlfriend at the time, we used to go to parties, and parties usually got raided. Cops would show up, and then so the place to meet up after a party, like at 2 a.m. or whatever, was the In-N-Out. And dude, it was hot, bro. Like there was so many people there. Everyone was like, well, we're not gonna say underage drinking here, but there was a lot of underage drinkers, and we would just get in and out, dude. And that was our. What is that?
That's funny.
Is that? Oh, I thought you were eating a cheeseburger.
That's how you eat when you're drunk. Here's a.
I don't know if that was either making out or eting a big ass cheeseburger.
That was eating a big ass cheeseburger. I don't know how to make out.
I'll teach you.
So yeah, they're back at this diner, and they're all talking, the boys again. Then like, I think Kaneki asked to Sonny's all, do you get, or I think it was Dottie, or I can't remember. It's hard to keep track of their names. All I know is Sonny's the old one and Putz is the old white one. And he's like, you get an allowance? He's all, what, I'm a good boy, I do. And then like Rizzo comes up, she has a hickey. And he's like, hickey from Kaneki's like a Hallmark stamp. Creepy fact number 1. Apparently, the actor who played Kaneki, Jeff Conaway, convinced them to do the hickeys for real. Like they're not makeup.
Interesting.
Like he actually put the hickeys on her.
Wow.
It's like, that's a little interesting. I mean, maybe they were dating at the time. I don't know. But like, I was just like,
could have been. That's strange. Interesting though. That's really weird. Is that really true? Is that
It's true.
Oh,
it's a
dude,
true
that's
thing.
crazy. Next, you know what? For our picture for this podcast, you need a hickey on your neck, and I'll help you out. We need it. We need it.
Okay, can we get that going? Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, that is very, very strange. But I mean, I've also this is like I've heard of like stories like that. Like I don't know if you know who Limp Bizkit is, Fred Durst. He does a song called I think it's called
He's Really a Biscuit.
It's called Behind Blue Eyes. It's a remake or it's a rendition of an old popular song. I think Bon Jovi might have done it. I forget. Mm-hmm. But he wanted Halle Berry to be in the music video so he can make out with her in the music video. And he makes out with her all hard, but that was like, you know, he didn't need to do it, but he's like, yeah, we need to do it for the video.
Yeah, of course.
So,
of course.
So I can guess, you know.
It's for the video. It's for the video. The camera's not even on. It's for the video.
Do it.
But yeah, then like at the end, you know, because Sandy and Danny were trying to be like all, you know, hiding and stuff, but they find him, and then he ends up leaving. He's like, oh, I'm not that hungry. Let me get a triple cheeseburger with bacon and a chocolate sundae and a chocolate. I don't know.
There's a bunch of crazy stuff. Yeah.
And then Sandy's like, oh, that sounds good. I'll have the same. He's like, you eat a lot, don't you? You know, it's all but and they leave, and then Kaneki's like, I get stuck with the check. Give me money to Rizzo. Like,
I know. That,
like, it's really weird. And then like she gets mad at him, throws a shake in his face, and then takes off. And then Frenchie's like sitting there, and she's like, oh, you think I can stay behind the to the old waitress? Of course you can, Frenchie. Yeah, it looks like an Easter egg. It's all pink.
Dude, she was ahead of the curve, bro. Ahead of the curve here, dude. Pink hair, dude. That's like a big thing now.
Well, yeah, and so she's talking about like this beauty school. Like so by this time she dropped out of high school already, has been doing beauty school, but now she dropped out of beauty school because it wasn't what she expected. It just didn't work out for her. And that's when we get the sweet song. I don't even know who that guy is. I wish I can't figure it out. Was he the Teen Angel? I don't know, Frankie.
I was gonna say I think he's the Teen Angel is what his name is on the IMDb.
I'm pretty sure that's him. But yeah, he sings her this song. But this song is literally just talking crap on her and how she's a failure. And he's like, why keep your feeble dreams alive? And he goes, no customer would go to you unless she was a hooker. And then he says, like, who wants their hair done by a slob? Yeah. Like he's just talking smack. But it's funny but the whole time she's like infatuated by him. He's just smiling. She's like, like she's treating him like crap. But like,
or he's treating her,
But it's so weird. Yeah, but it's like this weird vision she has. So he's like, go back to high school. So he does. She does. When, you know, all of a sudden it's the school dance day. Riz gets Kaneki jealous by going with the Scorpion Man. They're at the dance. And the dancing, dude, let me tell you. Great dancing. Imagine we danced like that.
That would be sweet, and I would definitely. Dude, they always break into. We always make fun of it, but they always break into like sweet dance, and everyone in the school knows how to perfectly dance. And I was like, dude, we should have trained like that. That'd been awesome. Like, imagine just like.
I would have loved that.
Been sweet.
I'd have been chang 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 chang. It's funny. They have like a little reject chip bench. There's like the girls are sitting there waiting for the guys. Yeah. And then they get that creepy Vince Fontaine dude who tries to hit on Marty. I think he's like, oh, what are you doing, baby? But he's like the announcer because they're going to film the school. Somehow they were chosen to get filmed. Yeah. And the guy's like, all right, pals, grab your gals. Everybody in to dance in the pants and the smants. You know, he's just rhyming. But everyone's in love with him. Even the guys are like, yeah. Like he's like
I think he's like a big thing. Is why. You know, obviously I think he's like on TV.
He is. Very big. He's like a Johnny Carson type thing. He's like doing the freaking. He's dancing all sweet. But this dance contest gets down. Sandy and Danny are getting good. Kaneki and Scorpion Guy fight, but then they return to their dance all sweet. You know, we got Cha Cha Shabadoo. I don't even know what her name was.
Cha Cha Shabadoo. Yeah.
It's revealed that her and Danny had a thing too.
And then that's what gets like Sandy jealous, right? And that kind of like sparks this whole thing.
But the whole time she's like, "Who was she? How do you know her? How do you know her?" He's like, "Danny, don't worry, little baby, come on."
Am I wrong? Maybe I might have missed this, but did he have a fling with Cha Cha Dominica or whatever her name was?
That's what I was saying. Yeah,
during summer though, like whilst dating Sandy. See, that's what I always assumed, but I wasn't sure. I didn't catch it, but that's what I assumed.
Yeah,
because it felt like it was pretty fresh. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, Cha Cha's Dinga Dingus. I mean, but she goes around, man. She's with Kaneki. She's with Scorpion. And then, you know, Sandy's pissed. She leaves. And then Sunny grabs her like out of nowhere. And that's when Cha Cha starts dancing with Danny. It's like, it's weird like that he grabbed, like he was like trying to get Sandy away so he can keep him be like a bad boy by getting with this girl.
She wouldn't change him, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That
was a weird moment,
it was a little strange.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I heard you like when they moon the camera. It's all blue moon. And it's just little butts. So now we cut to the drive-in. Who knows what time of day it is now? Who
knows what time of the year it is, dude?
I know that's what I meant. Everyone's talking about Rizzo, thinks she's gonna be pregnant because she's Mr. Period. Danny's in their car trying to bang Sandy. He's all Sandy, Sandy. And she gets mad. She's not going for it, you know. And then, you know, he gets stranded. Then he sings his little song. He's all stranded at the drive-in, branded like a fool. What will they say? Monday at school. Some deep lyrics.
Very deep of horny high schooler who didn't get laid.
He goes, oh, yeah. Imagine like every time someone didn't get laid, it's like they sing a song.
Yeah, that'd be kind of sweet, dude. Were you about to sing it? What was that? What was that slow for the audio listeners? This guy he just did a sweet little turn to the side.
My balls are blue, baby. Where are you? I don't know. That's all right.
That was pretty sweet. I did.
Yeah, she did too. So there's it's weird because at the end of that little dance number or song, like the little background of the drive-in, you see like the hot dog jumping into the bun, all comfy. It's all.
Yeah.
I don't. What was the significance of that?
A wiener likes its buns.
I guess so. That's what he wants. I think maybe it's specified like stick with your boys. No,
oh my god.
So we cut to the boys.
Yeah,
of them, and they're with the grease light, and it's all it's all
sweet looking,
good. And it's weird because like Kaneki and Danny have like this weird little talk by themselves real quick, and they're like, I don't know, it's like weird sexual tension, and then like,
well, at this point,
he's all, he's all, I think he wants him to be his ride in the car with him. Like he's all be my ride.
I think at this point also you got to remember like Kaneki's like he thinks he's gonna be a father. You know what I mean? So he's kind of like having this like conversation with Danny, and I'm assuming that's kind of all going through his head at the time. And so
maybe he's saying like, hey, like you're my number two because if something happens to me,
exactly,
take care of the baby.
Maybe.
But then they hug
all weird.
They hug all sweet. And then like they stop and start combing their hair.
Because they think it's like a little too feminine, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I hug my friends all the time. Boys and girls. Yeah, and then even Rizzo gets a song. She's like, "I'm trashy and no good. Should I take cold showers every day while I throw my life away?" It's pretty sad. Like,
it is very sad.
Rizzo's like the Kaneki. They're both like star like side characters, but they're pretty big characters. Yeah. Then we get race time, dude. That underpass dog. I don't even know what it's called. Whatever they're racing at.
I like the song.
You get that sweet. What about, and then like Danny's like, that's so sweet. Yeah, man. That's the original zoom in the face.
Oh jeez.
But I like that little macho talk that little Scorpion has with Kaneki though. Hey, we get pinks at the end. I play for pinks. Yeah, it's just weird. And then Kaneki gets knocked out and Danny has to step up to the plate. He's, I'm seeing two of you, and he's like, do you want me to drive? He's like, yeah. But he seems fine.
Yeah, he like all of a sudden, right? But then again, we don't know what time is in this movie. So it could have been like 2 hours.
That's true. Or like where his head was at.
This is when this is stupid, but like the one of the scorpions goes like, rules. There are no rules.
That's the main guy. Hank Scorpio. Oh, no. His name was like Leo or something like Leo.
that. I thought you said Hank Scorpio. I was like, no, I'm wrong. What?
That's Simpsons.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah. It's weird. But they race, and of course, Zuko wins, and it's like he does this. And then like Sandy's walking from the distance, and everyone's all happy that he won. And then Frenchie's like, go, like, and she starts singing a little bit. She's like, but like her song is about like maybe I should change my ways. And she says goodbye to Sandra D. And it's like, oh, what is she gonna do? Next scene, school's over. The semester's done. Everyone's partying. It's the carnival time. Everyone's happy. Riz isn't pregnant. Zuko is like a sports star. I don't know, but he's trying to be all jock for Sandy. But then Sandy comes out as a bad girl. She goes, tell me about it, stud. I got you multiplying, and I'm losing. Yeah.
That's a sweet song. Yeah.
I like
that is a sweet song.
You're the one that I want. When at the bed, and then it's sad too. At the end of the song, it's a sweet ass little song they do. Everyone's doing little fun things, showing everyone kind of like their ending, and then they're all like, "You think we're ever going to see each other at this high school?" And then Danny's like, "Of course we are." He's like, "How do you know?" And he's like, "Come on," you don't know. It's sad because that's how it really is, like how it really be with a lot of people. Like, it'd be like
people change.
You don't really see much of your friends. Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, you get older, you got babies, and then they do the chan cheddar do up whoop up for one more final dance. Which this song, it's the one I'm always on.
And I've been dancing since the beginning.
Together, we always, and it's so cute. Everyone's so nice, having a great time, having a sweet little dances. Like I love it. The chang chang, boobity dopa. You know what I'm talking about? And like that one Jan girl's like acting like a monkey.
The weird one. Yeah.
I think they just told them like just go crazy because not everyone's really choreographed at this point. Like they kind of are, but like not.
I think this is like the end all be all. So it's like let loose. It's over. And I think like so you can kind of see that.
But then you never know, like, how, scenes are filmed differently. This could have been like one of the first things they filmed, what I mean? Like, you don't know. Yeah. But anyway, everyone's happy. Danny and Sandy fly away in their car to Makeout Creek or whatever.
They fly, which
I can only assume is the car he won from the guy. I'm guessing that's what it is, or it's because I don't know if it's Grease Lightning, but they fly away. And, Sandy says bye to everyone. And
well, it is. I think it is because, am I wrong? Is Grease Lightning Kaneki's, no? And so this has got to be the Scorpion dude,
Hank Scorpios,
Leo Scorpion or whatever his name is. So I think you're right. Yeah, because it's like a cherry red car. It's not white anymore.
I don't know. It's weird, but it's Grease. That's Grease, everybody. And
Grease is the word.
Speaking of them flying into heaven, there's a theory that I just learned about. And I didn't know about this theory about this whole movie. It's supposed to be Sandy dead, like or dying.
She's in a coma. Is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, she's in a coma. She drowned at the beach. And like this whole thing, like even that one, when she says goodbye, Sandra D, she's finally letting go and she's becoming this bad girl and they fly into heaven. Like she's accepting, everything turns out well for everyone. You know what I mean? And like, it's just an interesting theory. I think it's cool. If you guys ever want to, I would look it up. It's, theory, these conspiracy theories always give you a little creeps. You're like, oh, that's kind of intense.
It was an interesting theory. And I'm glad that we talked about it because you had said, oh, I saw a theory. And I'm like, it's probably the one I saw too. And it was. I saw this other theory that Danny died in the car in the when they're racing, like that's why they both fly away. Yeah, that's really? Like one of the theories I had seen a long time ago, and I remember being like, "Damn, that's pretty like dark for like such a very like upbeat movie." Yeah. It has its sad moments, but it's very in line with like totally happy, honestly.
Yeah, it's interesting and it's cool. I like reading stuff like that. It's kind of fun. But that's Grease, man. I mean, what thoughts? I mean,
this movie is a classic, and Definitely recommend it. I haven't watched it in a very long time. I used to watch it like constantly. Like I said, my aunt would always put it on, and I bought her the DVD, the Blu-ray, like as we kind of like gotten older and stuff. But I just remember it was always in the background at my house, and like some of the songs were very, just talked about a lot. I guess my brother was a big fan of it too. So it's just.
I mean, I think it's safe to say almost everybody was a fan of this movie and knows
it's a childhood.
movie.
It's a childhood favorite of a lot of people and
childhood, old personhood. We're gonna get all the moms on this podcast today. We're like,
what did you think, man? What did you think overall?
I love this movie, man. I mean, as much as it's hasn't aged well, like we've mentioned, it still holds up as a fun movie to watch. I mean, from all that aside. It's a good watch. I mean, it's just a classic movie.
Agreed.
Fun. I mean, I don't know what happened to John Travolta after this, man. Now he looks like a frog. But everyone was on top of their game. Great movie. And if you ever want to, just check out Grease 2. It doesn't hurt. It don't hurt a bit.
Definitely. I kind of thought about watching it recently, but I'm like, there's too many things to watch. Christmas is coming up, so I definitely want to watch Jingle Jangle. And Home Sweet Home Alone, dude.
And Jingle All the Way too.
That's right, with Larry the Cable Guy. I'm just kidding. We're not going to watch this.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I have to say about it. Watch this movie. I would definitely recommend it. Rewind it for sure for me. You?
Yeah, definitely one of those rewinds, and definitely recommend.
Yeah, well, happy we're getting into the holidays here now, so by the time this episode's out, probably I don't know when we're gonna record our next one, but happy Thanksgiving to all you listeners. If we don't do it before, hope you enjoy your time with your fam, and we thankful for you. Let me just tell you.
I like that. Yeah, I like that. This guy went Thanksgiving. He started thanking everyone. Oh, look at him.
But yeah, check us out. All the social medias, Twitter, Instagram,
and where
YouTube.
and where can they find us as a name here?
Quotables Cast.
I like that. Thank you very much.
The way you're looking at me too.
I had to, but yeah.
Any closing thoughts from you?
As always, I like to finish with thanking the audience for tuning in every week. We do appreciate you guys coming into the podcast and listening to us. We're watching us. Yeah, we wouldn't be here without you, right? Thank you for the Patreon subscribers, 1 million subs. No, I'm just kidding.
Even if you weren't here, we'd probably still be here.
We still have a lot of fun. I think this is more of I keep saying this, but I think this is more of a podcast for me and this guy to just discuss a movie that we thought about, which is good. That's the fun of it, right?
That's the fun. And if you're tagging along for the ride, come on down to Grease Lightning. We're all in this together. But anyway, thanks.
Yeah, we did that together. I didn't think we were like,
Well, thanks again so much. This is Quotables.